Here's a recap for the six. Just took one trade, 6R TP'd at these lows. So my idea going into the day um, was really taking note that we had just made a bunch of trendline highs up here by failing to push these highs. And right before pre-market, we were trying to sweep this internal low off 715. So my immediate idea was, is 715 holding? Then are the surrounding levels holding it? And basically, is 17 going to be a sweep? Or 715 going to be a sweep? If it was going to hold, if 715 was going to hold, and these levels were going to hold, then I was going to be bullish into this trend line liquidity, these huge trend lines targets that we made up here, and I would play bullish ideas from there. If we're losing 715, we can't hold, and we start losing the levels underneath, then I'm going to be bearish into this low, 615. Now, if I can't get involved in anything there, and we push into either 615 or these targets up here, then I'm simply playing, are those going to be sweeps themselves, and are those levels going to hold? How are those levels going to hold in accordance with the ideas of them being a sweep or not? And then the same thing up here, how is this daily going to hold at this high and whatnot? Pre-market, remember I'm watching 715, is this going to be a sweep? I was just watching, seeing what we did. Pre-market, we had already tried to run under. We tried to hold the sweep up and potentially play it, but we just couldn't break the weekly. Tried it again. Try to push that internal low to potentially regain, and then we just lose this weekly level. So at this point, I was like 715 is looking cooked pre-market, but market open could still try to do something. So I was just waiting. Market opens. 715 already has bearish behavior as it not being a sweep, looking cooked. Market open kind of continues with the idea. And I'm expecting just to push to 615. It gets real choppy and it stalls, making more potential huge equal lows on a lower time frame. And I was saying I'll potentially still play this push into these lows and risk getting caught in the creation of equal lows if we can push up in this leg and we just want to sweep an internal high and retest this weekly level that we never did. But we just missed that and then we broke it. So once we hit 715, I'm saying, okay, is this a sweep? If this is a sweep, I'm gonna play it. The way I'm gonna determine whether or not this 715 is this 615 is gonna be a sweep down here is if we sweep the lows, we get back above, and we can break out of this internal range because we just established an internal little 1 minute range right here with some equal highs. If these huge equal lows are really a liquidity sweep, we should easily break out of this 1 minute range right here. So this is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for these equal highs to not sell off and to regain and then to break out of this range. And from there, it's looking like 615 is a sweep, and I'm going to be bullish into all these targets up here. But we did the exact opposite. We push up, we sweep those highs, and then instantly die. So when we instantly died off an internal 1 minute range on what should have been a big liquidity sweep, I was instantly thinking this is probably going to be cooked into the next targets, which for me is 488, this next low down here. Because if this is a huge liquidity sweep, right? These are huge equal lows we're sweeping right here, 615 on this push. Why are we getting cooked on an internal little 1 minute choppy range? And then aggressively dying. That's telling me that this is not getting swept up. So we start falling aggressively. Usually I want to see the retest of the liquidity from underneath to give some more confirmation that it's not trying to regain. But given the context of aggressively falling off of a 1 minute range, I was willing to let it slide. So I'm looking for a way to get involved if we're going to break out of this range after failing here. So look at this wick down here. It's an encapsulating wick that's been holding us up. We broke the wick. I was about to just take the retest of it with my stop above here. I had a limit, but once we pushed and started stalling off this level, I wanted to wait for a little bit more confirmation. And after that candle closed, I had my limit already and I took it off. I wanted to see if this would hold because if we're going to stall off this level, we might be on some BS. So I just wanted a little more confirmation. We hold the level, we try to push, we just reject under that low. And in the process of rejecting off of this level, in the process of rejecting there, we actually start stalling within this range of this wick on these candles. And so once we pushed and rejected and confirmed the continuation under this low, and then we broke the level and broke out of that wick, I took a retest. I put my limit right here on the retest of this higher time frame level, and I just put my stop above this last candle that I had displaced. and I basically just caught this move. I just wanted the TP at this next low, of this next target, 488. It was 6R. We started pushing there, and within this candle that hit, I had my limit set. It missed my limit by like a few ticks and started pushing up. So I said, heck nah. I just pushed my limit back up to the low that was printed there, and I got taken out just right above the high. I didn't want to trail. It was already 6R, and this is just I just wanted the TP at this low. And yeah, I'm not gonna play anything else. I already took a great winning trade off rip. I'll just call it. Ideas played perfectly.